record. Hello, liebe Leute. The name is Bliss Sibiya from the X Facted Youth. Today, we are speaking to a compadre, a friend of the X Facted Youth, as well as a friend of mine. His name is Sizwe Mlambo. Right now,
Yes.
he's at Sportgarten in Bremen, and he's out here representing not only South Africa, not only X Facted Youth, but also the organization that he comes from, Lungelo Youth Development, all the way in Richards Bay. How you
Yes,
doing,
sir.
Sizwe?
Yes, sir. What's up, Bliss, my friend? What's popping? What's popping?
I'm good, bro. What's popping over there in Bremen?
Hey, man, we have a good weather today. We chilling. I'm not working today, so we good. It's a public holiday, yeah.
Yeah, I see you also got your Sportgarten attire on, you feel?
Man. Yeah.
Hey, man. So, like, tell me. So, you are at the moment in Bremen, obviously. You are volunteering.
Yeah.
Can you just tell the viewers, those that are going to be watching this particular video, like how that process went for you, how it started, and what the overall experience was like?
So before coming to Bremen, I was volunteering at my mom's organization, Lungelo Youth Development, LID, all the way in Richards Bay, Zingazi, and I was volunteering there as an ESL coordinator. So, and then I met you, I think. Yeah, I met you. You had just come back from your exchange of SageNet, right? So, SageNet is a South African German network where we focus on intercultural exchange. You know how it is. So you introduced me to that, and you told me to apply for this exchange because I'm the perfect candidate. As I applied, I would go through the interviews, everything, and yeah, now I'm here representing Sportgarten and Durban because there's a Sportgarten in Durban. So I'm here learning skills in Sportgarten Bremen to take with me to Sportgarten Durban, and we work there and we push it. So that's literally a brief summary of how we got here.
And then so far at Sportgarten Bremen, what do you guys do there?
So Sportgarten basically focuses on sport. You know how we say it. We through sport interculture, sports participation, motivation, everything to do with sport. We have a skate park, a big indoor skate park and outdoor skate park with skating facilities. We offer skateboards, BMX courses, skating courses. We have football courses, we have football tournaments, we have hockey tournaments. We have basketball tournaments, we have a basketball court. We work with schools, close by schools, where we offer the gym lessons or the sporting lessons. I also do that twice a week. I go to the nearby primary school and I work with young kids. We do sport for a good 2 hours twice a week. And yeah, that's a brief summary of what Sportgarten does. Recently, we had the Vesa held. It's what we call the River Heroes, basically, if I translate it. It's in German, it's Vesa held. And it was a run to promote and to give information about climate change to the schools, to nearby schools, and how climate change is affecting the world and our country and Durban and Germany specifically. So the aim is next time when we have a visa held next year, we'll have it in Durban too at the same time as in Bremen. So yeah, that's a piece what we do.
That's dope. And then when it came to so far from the amount of time that you've been there, if you can compare like the sports development there and the sports development here, considering your experience in KZN, what differences can you pick up and what improvements do you think need to be done in South Africa, for example?
So how I see it over here, they find a child's specific talent in a specific sport at an early stage, and they focus on that for the rest of their life. That's why when they get old, they're proficient on what they do already. So obviously, quality is only determines of, we're a third world country and they're a first world country. So that's why the quality of the equipment and field and everything will be totally different, and that affects the outcome too. So in South Africa, I would say we should work on the quality of our coaching, the quality of how we want our sportsmen to be in the next 5 years, not now. We should be focusing on the younger ones, you know what I mean? That's what I think we should be doing. We should be, and that's how we could develop better, by focusing on a younger stage and putting full potential in that young stage, and then grow with it. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, because what I picked up when I was there is that, you know, the children from like as young as 8, 9, 10, they're out here doing these sports like skating, and they very, very
Yeah.
good. And then you
They're very
think,
good.
yeah, and then you think over here, like people go 15, 16, and they just started with skating. But it's like, if
Yeah.
imagine if they had another 6, 7 years, you know, if they had started from the very beginning at a younger age, how far they would have been. And I think
Yeah.
developing, especially when you come back, hopefully we get to push that message that, yo, if there's something that you like, try push it as early as possible and then see
Yeah.
where it would take you, you know?
Yeah. That's what we should do. Actually, yeah. We can. I wouldn't mind doing campaigns on that, teaching schools, going to schools and telling them start at a younger age and like focus on that. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I also saw that that the tournament that I attended there, the one with Kefa, the one that was a
Yeah.
partnership with Kefa. And I saw
Yeah.
that like most of the schools that were there were schools that were considered, you know, not the best, you know, in the best locations or the best neighborhoods. And that is why there
Yeah.
were things such as that. Do you think corporate companies should invest more in, you know, the schools that are outside, you know, the ones that are considered public schools? Do you think they should pump more money into those schools and have things such as the event that took place in Bremen at that time?
Well, yeah. But you know, when you talk about it in South Africa, it will be a different situation, knowing how our public schools are compared to here, if you think about it. So we would have to definitely, I do agree with that. That corporate should pump more investment and more energy into these public schools, but also we have to look at a different approach because it's different in South Africa. You know, the time is different. They're not really as open-minded to it. So we would first have to tackle the open-mindedness to it, and then, you know, so that's the only, yeah, they should pump more investment and money, and they will see the outcome of it at the end, because, you know, not everyone wants to study, you know, not everyone wants to, you know, go to school, have a great job like that, a lawyer or anything. Some people want to learn, you know, hard skills, like really hard skills. So yeah, I think something like the Kefa or Kefa, they did a great thing there, and I wouldn't mind trying to introduce it in SA too. You know, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then being in
Yeah.
Germany, what is how is the communication? Like the language barrier? How are you coping with that?
Hey, okay. So I've been here for 4 weeks now, right? Compared to the first week, man, I'm great, man. I'm much better compared to the first week. I won't say I'm where I'm at, I want to be, but you know, I'm learning because we have like a little tuck shop kiosk at work, and you know, we sell ice cream and stuff. So the kids don't speak English; they just speak German and stuff. So you know, I learn like that. So I learn what they're saying. I learn how to answer back slowly but surely. Yeah, things are gonna be great. So when I go to my classes, I know I'm gonna be prepared.
Yeah. No, that's good, bro.
Yeah,
That's good. And like it's always nice. And the reason why I think now I can say it, you know, out in the open. The reason why I selected you is because, you know, we come pretty much from the same fabric. You know, your
yeah,
mom runs, manages, and started Lungelo Youth Development. On my
yeah,
side, my father started X Factor Youth. So already
yeah.
the beginning, we already share something in common. And given the
Very.
experience that I have, where I'm like, okay, Germany's lit, you know, there's a lot of things that you can pick up. It just made sense that knowing what you do, you like skating, you like sports, you know, that's your type of vibe. It's like, let's just put you in that seat, you know, and
Yeah,
then see how you're gonna come out, you know. And I just want to know, what are your personal goals? You know, because obviously there's the organizational aspect, you know, in
yeah,
bringing in the skills back for Lungelo Youth Development, X Factor Youth, and
yeah,
Sport Garden Durban. what are your personal skills as Sizwe Mlambo out of this program?
Adapting skills, adaptive skills. I've been to America and stuff, but that's easier because we know the lifestyle there. Coming here was very different for me. Like, so adapting to how people live here, how people react to things is what I'm really trying to take on a personal note. And how, if you can survive here, you can survive anywhere. Also, man, I just wanna sponge up every moment I can, get everything take pictures with my eyes and keep them in my head forever. That's like, I just want to have fun. I just want to enjoy, make the most out of it. Knowledge-wise, experience-wise, language-wise, just want to do the most. That's what I can say. I don't really have personal objectives that I want to get here, but I know that I just want to grasp everything as it comes and take it fully.
Yeah. And then do you have any ambitions of being like an entrepreneur based on the skills that you think you will acquire there? Or do you want to stay in like the social side?
That's a crazy question because, yeah, it's something I have been thinking about for a while, but I'll have to find a way to balance both because you can't be an entrepreneur and still leave a social footprint. Exactly. So I'm really into the community and social development. So why not make it both, private and a public sector? But something I don't want to talk about because I don't want to spoil it.
Gotcha.
Something I should know. But yeah, just expect something coming slowly but surely. We'll have an interview about it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then tell me about the orientation week and in Cape Town, because we know SageNet has this 10-day orientation week. For you, what did it help you prepare for Germany, or do you still feel like there's more that they could have mentioned?
It did help me prepare for Germany. There's a lot of things I didn't know that I knew I had to be prepared for when I was there. Like how they said Germans are very direct and everything. I didn't know that until they told me at the seminar. And then I get here, I'm like, okay, no, let me not be, I had training for this. Yeah, it's pretty good. But also, some things they could have prepared us for better, like how to use the train system. I feel like if we could learn that before we get here, or the transport system before we get here, we can learn at least the gist of it. We'd know what to do when we get here and not look, because already we don't know the language. So we don't want to get here and look like we bars, you know what I mean? I don't know how to say, but yeah. And then also, again, I also wish that we had some sort of German classes in South Africa before we came here. Some sort of maybe even online seminar of how to say the basic words at work. We could make, you could a PowerPoint seminar, anything of how to say basic words and practice it. I wish there was something like that. Because, once we get here, you don't know nothing. And before you can even get to your organization or anything, you have to find your way to like the hotel or something. And you have to be able to speak. And if you can't, as a new person, you start feeling weird or shy or something. And also, so it would also help with that confidence once you hear that you know how to say some words. So yeah, just those two aspects I would like, maybe could get better. But besides that, it was great. Made me feel that I'm not alone when I get here because, 8 of us were at the seminar, so 8 of us are here. So yeah, it's like that. So yeah.
And then if you look at the mentor, I mean, you have a pretty dope mentor. Shout out to Pam.
Shout out to
Pam is she understands the system. She's considered South African, but for you, what is the importance of having a mentor like that is actually present during your whole, stay in Germany? How's that been for you?
Yo, man, I find it amazing because she was at my German seminar. She was doing it. So she was with me from when I got here. And, I kind of got confused at the beginning. I'm like, wait, is she everyone's mentor? No, she's only my mentor at the end because we came to Bern together. So she took me from Hamburg and brought me here. I was probably going to be so anxiety killing me of which is this the train? Is it the train? But she was there. And you know, throughout everything, all my applications for my cards and everything, my housemate helped me. But Pam is also a very, very instrumental part of my stay here. So having a good mentor who understands the mentee and understands what the mentee like, or how the mentee is, or you know what could aggravate anxiety from the mentee. Understand if the once your mentor understands all of that, you have a great stay. So I think it's really important to have a great contact person who understands and knows your situation, and you know can help you throughout every step and is available when you call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you've been very blessed to have like someone such as Pam, because yeah, I mean again she understands the system. She's proactive, like she's able to predict
Exactly.
that okay, this is where Sizwe might have an issue. And I think, some of us, especially as a Mzulu, like we always have that hard head, like, nah, I can do this by myself.
But yeah, it's harder.
Exactly, exactly. And having someone that's by your side, it's like, yo, this is how you would apply for a bank account, whatever, whatever. This is what you need. And there's clear goals. Shout out to Pam, because, unfortunately,
Yeah,
not all the volunteers have the same type of mentor of your caliber. And
exactly.
Pam gets you. She gets the whole
Yeah,
system, and it's like, what other way? Like a huge shout out
yeah.
to Pam, a very,
A
very
huge shout out to yeah,
yeah, she
yeah.
definitely is holding it down.
Great, yeah. Actually, yeah, she is. That's all I can say.
And then now, if for the next volunteers going forward, let's say someone who wants to apply for next year's program is considering going to Germany, what tokens of knowledge, or what knowledge you want to drop, what game do you want to drop to the next generation of volunteers based on your 4 or 5 weeks of being in Germany now? I mean, obviously, as time goes on, we'll interview you during your
Yeah.
journey. But for now, from the very get-go, what would you say to pitch to the next round of volunteers?
Okay. So, hey guys, open your mind. That's all I want to say. First thing I want to say, open your mind. Because if you get accepted and selected to go and your visa, everything is good, just open your mind once you're here because it's totally different. Learn the language. Be open to learning the language. I find that very important because you'll be able to go around more if you can learn the language. Learn the culture. Understand the culture. Understand how things are done here, and don't judge it because we must remember we are not in South Africa anymore. We're in Germany, so you must understand the culture and learn to live with it and move with it and just enjoy yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Be prepared, and enjoy yourself mentally.
Got you, got you.
Yeah.
Shout out. And then just the top 5 things that you wish South Africans had. For example, I'll list mine. My first one is punctuality. I don't know if
Mm,
you've noticed, but like
that's
Germans, they're like, if you need to be there at 10 a.m., you need to find your way there at 9:55,
yeah.
What other things have you noticed that it's like, yo, if South African had this type of culture, this type of mentality, this would be it?
Yeah. Um, Punctuality. Like you said, I have to be at work at 10 a.m. I'm there, and so I don't have a bike and stuff. So I have to leave here at 9 a.m. to make sure I'm there at 10 a.m. You know what I mean? Because no one's ever really late here. And in South Africa, there's something we call African time, and a young boy, like it bores me this thing because it's so different and it's very important. Time is very important. Number two, this thing of showing off. Like it's not here. People don't show off here with their cars, with their money, or even if it's the club, people don't go, overdoing it. I feel like as South Africans, we need to learn or grasp something from that. Or don't overdo it because we don't have it. You know what I mean? Number three, You see the scooter, the Uber scooter? Yeah. Yo, that's very important. I like it because it's not an Uber, but it's a scooter like an Uber. You know what I mean? You can just quickly go wherever you want. So I wish that was in South Africa. The caring for one another. That's four, right? A lot of people here care for each other. Like if they see you not okay or something, they'll just come up to you and ask you what's up, or you see. And the culture of when you lose something, they put it in the tree. You know that. So if you lose like your key or your wallet, they tie it up and put it in the tree. So when you look for it, you find it there. So that's like what I wouldn't mind South Africa to turn into or to try at least. Well,
Yeah.
but yeah,
No, that's dope, man. Like, and just to touch on like the show off side, like, and I always think it's because Germany is a first world country, but it's like these people produce Mercedes, they produce Volkswagen, they produce all these huge cars, but
mm,
they don't flex like we
they
do.
don't.
Like and they producers, we are consumers, but we seem to act as if we produce the whole thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dude, I hardly see any Golf 7 GTI. I hardly see all these things, bro. You know, and when I see them, it's not even the German people driving them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was mind-boggling for me. It was like what? Like they you can't really tell if someone's rich or not in Germany.
Dude, they dress so, there's no label going on. So they just dress so simple, but he could be so rich, you wouldn't even like expect it. Driver simply probably rides a bike.
Exactly. Exactly. Like
Yeah.
just to give you my experience, like I was in Stranda. And Stranda,
Mm-hmm.
before I knew it, it's like a place for like dentists, doctors, it's a rich village. The net worth of the people in that area is quite considerable. But you don't
Okay.
see them pulling up in Ferraris and Porsches. They just simple people. And it's like there's a lesson here. There's a
You
huge
learn.
lesson. It's
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's the humility that they have.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's beautiful, and I'm
It's
glad
great.
that you mentioned that because South Africans need to learn that.
Really, because I see that like I'm starting to understand that you don't need to like flex, to prove something. I don't know what we're maybe trying to prove in South Africa. Maybe that's the issue, but that's a conversation for another day, you
Yeah, no,
know.
got you. That's gonna be like part two or part three or something like that, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and then I also noticed that like you have a very considerable following. I post you like on social media so that people can see that Sizwe is out here. I'm putting my niggas on
Yeah,
blast. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting you
yeah,
out there. But it's also
yeah,
interesting to see like the people that are sharing your stuff. It's like,
yeah.
wow, okay, Caesar's got impact, you know?
I yeah, yeah, man, that feels so great because a lot of people comment or send me personal messages saying, bro, this is inspiring, man. Someone from our hood, because I'm originally from Joburg, right?
Yeah.
So most friends they just be like, yo, man, what you can't believe you're doing this and what and they want to also push. So I'm just glad a lot of people get inspired and try and inspire others. Yeah.
You
That's
see,
a
and
really good.
that's the beauty of legacy. And hopefully, going forward, you're gonna select people that's like, yo, you, my nigga, go over to
Yeah.
Germany, spend a year there, and
Yeah.
continue that, bro. Continue that. Because it always starts with just the initiative. Because now the whole culture has changed. I'm sure with the homies that you would chill with, there was a different conversation. But now that they see that, okay, homeboy is doing the most, let's change our mindset now. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of my friends are saying that like they feel like seeing me, who's close to them, actually going around the world for the second time in their life. They seeing like, bro, what you doing this thing? Like, to them it's like, bro, what's stopping me? Because they feel like they're stuck in the same place. And I'm just glad to open minds and inspire, bro. And I'm like, nah, dude, let's go. We can do this.
Exactly. Now,
Yeah.
Caesar, man, like it's beautiful to see like the growth, bro. Like from where we started. I mean, we met last year, February. February, March or something like that.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know each other or something like that. And then all of a sudden it was just a mesh. We just clicked.
Dog, facts. From Zingers to Germany, boy.
Bro, and being able to actually see you in Germany as well. It's like, it's history.
Crazy, bro. That was crazy.
It's history, bro.
Facts. That picture we took one picture, and that picture is history made it, dude.
Bro, and it's crazy, dog. That picture, just to give you like a backstory, like the insight, because I posted it on the page, like it reached so many people. Like
I know.
Can see the reach. It's like, what the hell? It's crazy. Like just that one picture of two brothers, from South Africa pushing youth development practice, meeting at Bremen Hauptbahnhof. And it's just like, wow.
I really yeah, man. Oh, bro, yeah, shout out to you too, man. Putting a brother on for seeing the potential. Look where we at now.
Yeah, bro. And we're only going higher, dog. We're only going higher.
Yeah.
Just to understand, I mean, we can never forget those that have done it before us. Those that gave birth to the people that we are. So I just want to speak like about your mom now. We can't not speak about Mom Mlambo. It just wouldn't be right, bro. It would not be right. What did Mom Mlambo impart to you that you always be grateful for?
Oh, yeah. My man, that's such a hard. Yo, where do you even start, bro? What the hell? Hey, my mom, bro, like, from a young age, from a very young age, from before I was born, she was doing this exchange thing. She was volunteering for AFS. So she's been having exchange students from when I was born till like now, She's influenced me and shown me, because she's probably been, all around the world, and she's shown me how interculture and exchange can open your mind and give you so much knowledge, bro, and how to, adapt. She taught me how to adapt and adapt properly, and that's what I love about it. And hey, man, yo, bro, that question you just asked me, bro, it's deeper than what I'm even saying, bro. She's my mom, man. You know what I mean? So it's probably the adaptiveness, the open-mindedness she taught me, and how to be a leader, how to, what, change the situation. Don't accept your situation because you want, change it for what you want it to be, because she taught me how to face reality and be like real with myself, how to be real, stop living in a dream, because, you have to be real. Yo, there's a lot more, bro, but yeah. The Superwoman Lamb, the OG.
Yeah, she's the OG, bro. She's the OG, and I'm hoping that one of these days I can get to interview her, because I really feel that these things, it's our way of documenting. Other people have told stories on a fire back in the day, but we have the ability to use social media. We have the internet, and we can document these things so that other people can see that there was a legend, Umam Lambo. Who was out here, just sending kids, disciplining kids and trying to develop them to be, very extraordinary human beings. And Mam Lambo, I respect that woman. Like, she's definitely an OG, bro.
Yeah, definitely an OG. Yeah.
Yeah, you got big shoes to fill, my nigga.
You too, my nigga. You know how I feel, so. We're even gonna talk about your dad right now, dude. So let's minds. Well, I'm so dumb, you know.
Yeah, and I think that we, you and I, we have like a very huge responsibility, and the best thing that we can do is just go better, go harder, because they put us on. Now we just need to elevate.
Bigger and bigger. Great foundation, and we must just put pressure next, man. Put pressure. Step on next, boy. That's how it was. Just step on next, boy.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I really do believe, that but when you come back, yo, bro, like we have a lot of work to do. But I'm really glad that you took up the challenge, you accepted the challenge of going to Germany for a whole year, being faced with, the language barrier, but also being able to see that, there's a lot of first world practices that we can adopt in the third world setting. And you are
Yeah,
pioneer for that. You the plug to introduce us to new
yeah,
things, new methods. And I'm excited, bro. I'm really excited for your
yeah,
journey, and we
yeah,
definitely can catch up from time to time, you feel?
yeah. You know.
Got you. Any last words
Yes.
before we end this interview, my G? Who
Hey,
if
man.
you want to
Shout out
give a
from
shout out?
Bremen.
There we go. Shout out, boy.
Shout out from Bremen, Germany. I'm South. We stay South African from the inside. I'm Shinchi from Zulu, boy. We got shout out to my parents. Shout out to family and friends. Shout out to all the X Factor youth. You know what's up. We keep it moving. Change the situation. It's not permanent, man. It can change. Shout out, G.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the OG, the homeboy, the brother from another mother, the partner, the gang, part of the X Factor youth, Mr. Sizwe Mlambo, aka C9, who's also a musician, a rapper. So yeah, man, you heard it from the rapper himself. He's out here in Germany, in Bremen, at Sportgarten, which is a sports institute that focuses on developing youth through the medium of sport. And we're going to be catching up with him from time to time. If you want to know more about the exchanges, go to SageNet. That is www.sagenet.org. Or you can just go on their Facebook and see what exactly they do. SageNet stands for South African German Exchange Network, and they facilitate youth development exchanges, international exchanges, so that more South Africans are able to go to Germany, as well as Germans coming to South Africa. So if you want to be part of that network, you want to be part of that organization, then you have to be a member of SageNet. Then you can host, or you can send volunteers to go to Germany. So we target nonprofit organizations, businesses, schools who are really interested in international exchange. So go down there, go to the links, go to Facebook, go to, you can even contact people directly. You can contact Sizwe, you can contact Bliss, you can go to the X Factor Youth page. There is an opportunity for international exchange. You just need to take advantage of it and be prepared. And don't think it's vacation, it's work, because we are trying to build societies.
Yes, sir.
All right, Sizwe, have a good one, my brother. We'll speak, no?
Shout out, G.
Shout out, my dog.
Oh, yeah.